Lesson: Enhancing Policies for Regulatory Compliance. Enhancing policies for regulatory compliance is a critical component of the Certified Data Privacy and Protection Auditor curriculum, particularly within the context of auditing privacy policies and procedures. Regulatory compliance and data privacy is not merely about meeting legal obligations, but is an essential part of maintaining trust, reducing risks, and ensuring the ethical management of data. For professionals in the field, this entails leveraging actionable insights, practical tools, and frameworks to create and maintain robust privacy policies that align with regulatory standards. One of the primary tools for enhancing regulatory compliance is the implementation of a comprehensive privacy impact assessment. A PIA is a strategic framework that helps organizations identify and mitigate risks associated with data processing activities. It involves a systematic process of evaluating how personal data is collected, stored, used, and shared, and assessing the impact these activities have on individual privacy. By conducting PIAs, organizations can proactively address potential compliance issues and demonstrate accountability, which is a key requirement under regulations such as the General Data Protection Regulation. To effectively implement a PIA, organizations should follow a step-by-step approach. First, they must identify the need for a PIA by considering factors such as the scale of data processing, the sensitivity of the data, and the potential impact on individuals' privacy rights. Next, they should describe the data processing activities, including their purpose, scope, and context. This involves mapping out data flows and identifying stakeholders involved in the processing activities. Following this, organizations must assess the privacy risks associated with the data processing activities. This involves identifying potential threats, vulnerabilities, and the likelihood and impact of these risks materializing. Once risks are identified, organizations should develop mitigation strategies, such as implementing technical and organizational measures to reduce risks to an acceptable level. Finally, it is crucial to document the PIA process and outcomes, ensuring transparency and accountability. Another practical tool for enhancing regulatory compliance is the adoption of the Privacy by Design framework. PBD is an approach that integrates privacy considerations into the design and architecture of information systems and business processes from the outset, rather than as an afterthought. This proactive approach ensures that privacy is embedded into the fabric of an organization's operations, thereby reducing the risk of non-compliance. The PBD framework consists of 7 foundational principles, including proactive, not reactive measures, privacy as the default setting, and privacy embedded into design, among others. Implementing PBD requires a cultural shift within organizations, where privacy becomes a core value and is integrated into decision-making processes. This can be achieved by appointing a chief privacy officer or a data protection officer who is responsible for overseeing privacy initiatives and ensuring compliance with relevant regulations. Additionally, organizations should provide regular training to employees, raising awareness of privacy issues and promoting a privacy-conscious culture. By embedding PBD principles into their operations, organizations can enhance their regulatory compliance and build trust with stakeholders. In addition to these frameworks, data mapping is a practical tool that can significantly enhance regulatory compliance. Data mapping involves creating a detailed inventory of how data flows through an organization, identifying where data is collected, processed, stored, and shared. This provides a clear picture of the organization's data processing activities and helps identify areas where compliance gaps may exist. Data mapping is particularly important for demonstrating compliance with data subject rights under regulations such as the GDPR, which mandates that organizations provide individuals with access to their data, the ability to rectify or erase their data, and the right to data portability. To create an effective data map, organizations should start by identifying all data sources, including internal databases and third-party applications. Next, they should document the types of data collected, the purposes for which it is processed, and the legal basis for processing. This involves consulting with various departments to understand how data is used and shared across the organization. Organizations should also identify any third-party processors and ensure that data processing agreements are in place to govern the sharing of data. By maintaining an up-to-date data map, organizations can enhance their ability to comply with data protection regulations and respond to data subject requests in a timely manner. Case studies provide valuable insights into the real-world application of these tools and frameworks. One notable example is the case of Google, which faced significant challenges in achieving regulatory compliance with the GDPR. In response, Google implemented a comprehensive PI process to assess the impact of its data processing activities on user privacy and identify necessary mitigation measures. This involved creating a cross-functional team of privacy experts, legal advisors, and technical specialists to ensure a holistic approach to privacy compliance. Additionally, Google adopted the PBD framework by embedding privacy controls into its product development lifecycle, ensuring that privacy was considered at every stage of product design and implementation. Statistics further highlight the importance of enhancing regulatory compliance through these tools and frameworks. A survey conducted by the International Association of Privacy Professionals found that organizations that implemented PIAs reported a 30% reduction in data breaches and a 25% increase in stakeholder trust. Similarly, organizations that adopted the PBD framework reported a 40% improvement in their ability to comply with data protection regulations and a 35% reduction in compliance-related costs. In conclusion, enhancing policies for regulatory compliance is a multifaceted process that requires the integration of practical tools and frameworks such as PIAs, PBD, and data mapping. By adopting these approaches, organizations can proactively address compliance challenges, mitigate risks, and build trust with stakeholders. The successful implementation of these tools requires a cultural shift within organizations, where privacy is prioritized and integrated into all aspects of operations. As demonstrated by case studies and supported by statistics, organizations that embrace these practices can significantly enhance their regulatory compliance and improve their overall data privacy posture. For professionals pursuing the Certified Data Privacy and Protection Auditor certification, mastering these tools and frameworks is essential for auditing privacy policies and procedures effectively.